טוב. בואו נראה את זה לבטול שהאתר פתוח, היא לא הצליחה להיכנס משם.
שיחה מועברת לתא קולי.
דביר, אתה רואה אותי באתר?
כן, כן.
הבקגראונד שלי הוא הפוך, נכון?
אצלי כמו שצריך.
זה נראה לך בסדר? כי אצלי אני רואה אותו הפוך.
אני יודע שאתה רואה אותו הפוך, אבל אני רואה אותו ישר, אז אתה בסדר.
בסדר, אוקיי, טוב. טוב, ראית את התוכנית? ראית את זה? אתה שולט בקטע שלך בסוף שם? כל הסוף עליך.
מה זה הסוף?
תסתכל בתוכנית, הכנו תוכנית מפורטת, אחרי רם, אחרי...
ראיתי את התוכנית, יש לי 4 דקות שם של הקרנה של חלק הסוף מהתוכנית.
נכון, על זה אני מדבר.
בסדר, זה מועד בעיה, זה נמצא אצלי כבר ערוך, אני נמצא הכל מקרין את החלק הסוף של הקרוס.
תראה, אנחנו, דביר, אני לא חושב שאנחנו נקרין סתם, זאת אומרת, אתה יכול להקרין, אבל אתה יכול לדלג, לקפץ, להגיד על זה מילה, אנחנו מציגים את האתר, אנחנו לא מראים סרט וידאו. אז אני...
לא זמין להציג, אולי, עכשיו.
מה?
אני לא זמין לדבר.
טוב, אוקיי, בסדר. טוב. אולי יהיו שאלות, אבל בסדר, אוקיי, זה המצב. טוב.
לא, אנחנו אתמול דיברנו על זה שאתה רוצה שאני אנהל את ההקרנות של הדברים.
בסדר גמור, הכל בסדר.
זה מה שדיברת, אמרת, אני רוצה שתשלוט על זה, אני לא שולט בזה, אני רוצה שתדאג את להיות כעזרה.
בסדר, אני, מה שעשיתי זה ככה. פתחתי את זה אצלי, פתחתי את אני רוצה לדלג בתוכו, פתחתי את האירוע אצלי, ואני אעשה סקרין שרינג. בואו נזכר רגע מה אני צריך לעשות בשביל הסקרין שרינג, שיהיה גם עם הסאונד. למרות שאני, כן, אז בואו נראה, אם אני פותח סקרין שייר, אני צריך למטה לעשות share with sound, ואז זה הולך עם הסאונד, הבנתי. ואז אם אני רוצה את זה, אז זה advanced video, ואז אני שם portion, אני רואה. זאת אומרת, בקיצור, כל האופציות שאני צריך לבחור, הן בעניין הזה של ה-share screen. כן, בסדר. אז אני מתארגן להציג את הקטע הזה בעצמי, את הקטע של הפרונט, ואני אדבר עליו וזה, אז זה בסדר. אוקיי, טוב, זה בסדר גמור. אז אתה תהיה בהאזנה, אתה תשמע אותנו ותראה אם יש...
כן, אני פה, אני כל הסרטים מוכנים אצלי בפלייליסט, שצריך להופיע יהיה מוכן בשלוף.
בסדר, רם יציג זה, בסדר, אנחנו לא מציגים את הסרט של התאומי, אנחנו פשוט נציג את הדברים, נציג את זה לפי התוכנית, ובסדר.
אוקיי.
בסדר, טוב. בסדר גמור. דביר, תודה רבה.
אני מעביר אליך את ההוסט לרגע.
אבל...
ולהתחבר עם החשבות של דביר אהרון.
אז אתה הופך אותי להוסט, בסדר.
אני הופך אותך להוסט לרגע, מתחבר עם דביר אהרון, תחזיר אותי להיות הוסט.
אז תגיד לי שאתה חוזר חזרה.
הנה, זה קורה עכשיו, ממש בדקה קרובה.
רגע, אבל אנחנו מתחברים לוועידה. ביי.
לא, אבל שאלה היא למה אנחנו צריכים להפעיל ועידה?
אני יודע איזה הפרעות יהיו, אני אומר...
לא, המטרה של הוועידה הייתה שנוכל לתקשר עם תוך חדרי הזום, מתוך הבריקאוט. תבין, אם אני נמצא בחלל הזה, אתה לא צריך להגיד לי שום דבר בחדר, במה שגם בצ'אנל האחורי, אני רואה מה שקורה. אין צריך להפעיל עוד ערוץ.
ואם משהו קורה, זה אירוע, אז איך אנחנו נתגבר עליו?
אני מטפל את זה, אני פה.
אתה חושב שזה מיותר? לא צריך להשתיק?
כן, זה היה מאוד מאוד חשוב.
לא, אבל מה יקרה אם נרצה להשתיק את כולם, כי יהיה איזה מפריע? איך נתקשר אז? אני לא יודע, אני ברגשה.
בעיקרון, שאני משתיק את כולם, לקו-הוסטים יש אפשרות לדבר ולהעביר מידע.
כן, ואנחנו מדברים כולם שונים.
אתה לא רוצה שזה יהיה...
כן, תראה, יותר מהכל, זה פשוט כתבתי ככה, וחייתי בסטייט אוף מיינד כזה, אני פשוט לא רוצה... הייתי רגוע מזה שזה התוכנית, בלי... מה אכפת לנו, שזה יהיה בגיבול?
כמה אנשים צפויים יותר?
אין לי מושג, זאת הנקודה, זה יכול להיות בין 20 ל-70. אין לי מושג. אני הזמנתי הרבה. מהארץ, מהעולם, אין לי מושג, אני פשוט לא יודע מה... אם זה קצר, אז לא נורא, אבל זה לא מפריע לנו שיש לנו את האוזניות בזה. טוב, אני מתחבר לשם. יאללה, להתראות, ביי.
אמנון, תהפוך אותי בחזרה להוסט.
בוצע.
מעולה. אמנון, הכפתור באתר לא מפעיל את שיחת הזום, הוא פשוט מעביר ללינק אחר.
מה?
יש כפתור באתר, Site Launch Event Zoom.
בעברית הוא מפעיל, אני התחברתי דרכו בעברית.
אז באנגלית הוא פשוט עובר לחדר של ההקלטות.
זה מה שהיה באמת בבוקר. הוא אמר שהוא תיקן את זה. אוקיי.
בואו נראה זום להשקה.
באנגלית ובעברית.
בעברית זה עובד, אני רואה.
דברים דביר או עם רם, דברים דביר עם רם, האתר עובד, ותיכנסי במצב של האתר בעברית.
מי זו, בתול?
כן.
בסדר, אני מיד אדאג שזה יופיע גם ביומן.
נשים את זה באמת שלא, אבל זה חמור הדבר הזה, אני אטפל בזה עכשיו איתו, עם דובי. בתול אני לא יכול לעזור לך עכשיו. האתר עובד בעברית.
בתול. אני שמתי את הלינק לשיחה ביומן, תוכל לראות אותו בפגישה. בקלנדר, את רואה את הפגישה שיש היום? תראי בלוקיישן. הנה, שמתי גם בלוקיישן וגם בדיסקריפשן. רואה? גם דיסקריפשן או לוקיישן, מה את רואה? לוקיישן, בסדר. גם וגם, מעולה.
רונה, הלו.
100%.
Hello,
אינטרנט.
nice to see you.
לא, חצי שעה זה בסדר, אבל סימונה, אני כן, זאת בעיה חמורה מאוד, תבדוק סימונה, how did you log in?
Yeah, it's just from the Israeli website. The English one doesn't work.
I'm with you, right, that's what I'm checking. Tom.
Okay.
Tom.
Yeah. Sorry, I just was sending you an email because I cannot get access.
הקישור באנגלית, הקישור לזום, להשקת האתר,
אמנון, אתה על מיוט.
אוקיי, טוב, דביר, תום מטפל בקישור הלקוי הזה באנגלית, אני מקווה שזה יהיה בסדר. אוקיי, טוב, נתן, ערב טוב.
ערב טוב.
טוב, אנחנו נראה. לנו איזה שיבוש עם הקישור לכניסה לאתר עכשיו, אבל אנחנו מטפלים בזה, הופעו לי זה יהיה בסדר. רם, אהלן. רם, עשינו שינוי קטן בתוכנית, בתול תציג את הפעילות של אומטובה, היא איתנו. אהלן, בתול, הכל בסדר?
כן, הכל בסדר, תודה רבה.
ערב טוב אבנר. עד שאנחנו פה מתארגנים, ראיתם, קיבלנו מרון דנהאם ברכה על האירוע ובקשה שנכתוב משהו למושג ניוזלטר.
כתבנו כבר הרבה פעמים, זה לא פעם ראשונה.
לא, זה פעם ראשונה שהוא ביקש שנכתוב לניוזלטר, זה פעם שנייה בעצם. כן, בעבר כבר כתבנו. שלום מלאק.
מה נשמע בתול?
בסדר גמור, אני...
שלום.
הרבה זמן לא ראיתי אותה. פעם אחרונה בנען ראיתי אותה.
נכון.
בקבוצה שלי. איך בירושלים קר?
האמת כן.
אני אגיד לך איך בירושלים, מפגינים.
אתה רואה, החזירו את השם שלי בעברית, היה גם באנגלית לפני זה.
כן, נכון, אתה צריך לכתוב באנגלית, כי יש הרבה אורחים מהעולם.
אז אני לא שיניתי את זה, אני כתבתי את זה באנגלית, עכשיו זה התחלף.
שוב, הכל בסדר. Okay, so now we can say hello to Simona. Simona, how are you doing? We're so happy to see you here with us. We're busy with the link, so now I'm hoping the link would be set up all right. How are you doing, Simona?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Avner.
No, we didn't saw a thing a few years ago.
Yeah, it's a couple of years now, but it's fine. I'm fine. I hope you're fine as well. I'm very glad that today I can join for a while. So it's a precious occasion to see you.
כדאי שתסגור את השיחה.
Yeah.
עובד, טומי? אוקיי, תיקנו את הקישור לא עבד באנגלית, אני מקווה שלא איבדנו אנשים כתוצאה מזה, אבל זה בסדר. This is exciting because יופי, טומי, תודה רבה. Because it's the International Water Day. Okay, we are 5 minutes into the event, so I think we may start because otherwise it would just last too long. Okay, so our purpose today is really to launch and to show you the website, which we structured so it can host the graduation event and would host the entire activity that we have. So there are a few reasoning to it, and I want to briefly go through what we went with this year, and which led us into the design of the website. So before we start, Avner, do you want to say a word of greeting? You have 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm very exciting to see friends from all over the world and who wants to see us flying as a success moment. And I hope that we shall grow as we sing from it were before only few clubs in Israel. Now we have also approximately 20 abroad, but we are going and we're very satisfied. And we have to do a lot of things and a lot of resources, but we shall overcome.
Thank you, Avner. Thank you very much. Nathan, are you with us? You want to say a word or two?
Yes, thank you for this opportunity, Amnon. I would like to welcome all of you for this meeting, and we are appreciated your friendship with the program Rotary Hands Across Water. Last week on Wednesday, it was a great event that collaborated all together, almost 400 students from Israel and other 5-6 countries, which we are very proud on the level, the grade of performance presented by the students. This showed the strengths and the vision of this program and how it was succeeded so far. And I join Avner's wishes that it's only a milestone, although each time we have a higher milestone and more goals to achieve, but altogether the spirit of the Rotary and together with the hי-טיץ, we are always meeting new records. So thank you for this opportunity. It's very emotional, and I wish all of us to continue succeed. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I spent this afternoon with Nathan working together with a group of graphics experts, or students rather, trying to get them to design a logo for the program. So hopefully we'll have a logo specifically for the program. And I've been calling on my colleagues from around the world to try and join us now. And so going to the logic that we had in designing the website, we will keep doing this in English because we have Dr. Simona Pinton with us, and it would be easier for her to understand this way. So we have the International Water Day today, which is a cause for the need to launch the event. We couldn't do the graduation event with the students because this is vacation time, so we had to do it last week. So today we're just celebrating the website. And given the severe water shortage and the need for huge funding to address the shortage, we launched the twinning program aiming to promote awareness around the world with youth. And so as a result, we launched the twinning program, and it is really ultra modern, referring to the growth of knowledge. And as a result, we did the STEM, the science, technology, engineering, art, and math combination, which is really what high-teach is about. And this is what the website is trying to tell. And also, since we needed to do a virtual event last week, and in general because of the corona, so the website is designed to support those two. So without further ado, I think we would just go into the website and be able to see some of those features. I will share the screen and will take you for a ride in the website. Hold on a second. Okay, do you see the website okay?
Yes, we can see the website.
Okay, very good. So as you see,
maybe I'm not making it full screen.
All right, is this any better?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So what you can see is, although this is a website of the entire activity of the company, we promoted the graduation event and the Hands Across Water into center stage, and it has Hebrew and English, so everything is available in English as well. And so it's high-teach designing for the age of knowledge, and Hands Across Water is on center stage. And this is the current logo, which is a combination of high-teach and Rotary. And we are looking for a logo that would symbolize Hands Across Water. We had a competition by youngsters from Romania to try and devise it. And so this is the general landing site. This is a group of children at the WATEC show where they were trying to design solutions for challenges in the world. And these are pictures from that event where they studied new technologies and applied them. We did the same elsewhere and in the past. So this is our homepage, and there's a nice telling about high-teach and the general background, as you can usually expect. But this is most important. Our team is really the diamonds and holding the entire program together. And it's an excellent team, which we really developed this year in addition to what we had in the past. So we have 3 new recruits, and this is in brief about us. And it tells the stories about the projects we have. So Hands Across Water, of course, is the leading one. We also have a project about energy and about refineries and past projects. As you see, numerous past projects, which we just gave a little briefing on them. And it's not a major part of the site. It's just more of a background. And we have a lot of partners. So some of them we were able to give credit to here, not all of them because there are too many. And so this we'll work on, but it's still there. And the testimonial is something we're very proud of. These are 3 graduates of past years, which are really very impressive with their career. And we have the superintendent of the science education in Israel today is one of our graduates, and she provided us with a greeting. So this is really kind of exciting. And you see numerous testimonials as to the success of the programs and so forth from graduates. So this is what we have here in terms of testimonials. And this, of course, leads to the graduation event on which we focus now. So once we are here, and this becomes a major part of the program, and we turned it now from the active site to the recorded site. So what we have is what we use as instructions for people who came in as to how to behave. We had about almost 400 people. So it required a lot of management. So these were the rules of engagement, what you do and what you don't do. and so forth, the schedule, basic schedule, and the rooms. We had the children present, and since we had so many of them, we had to split them into 3 breakout rooms. And so here you have recordings of each breakout room, about an hour and a half, of something to the tune of 15 student groups presenting. So this is a very nice, impressive part of the program. And this was the overall plan of the program, which, as you can see, is quite elaborate. There was a reception room where we received the people and went over who they are and so forth, and allowed them into the General Assembly, where we gave them some background, which you will see recorded, and then breaking out into 3 rooms with the children presenting into a General Assembly gathering. And on the side, we have a poster presentation, which really is intended for the presentation of the students. So this is our general layout, and so we have access to the breakout rooms, and we have the entire event schedule as you saw before, and so forth. Now, going into Hebrew again, just switching over, we have the background and the entire array. Now, relative to the event, we have those recordings set up separately for each and every in each and every room, and on the landing page we have access to the poster presentation, and the poster presentation is really a very, very important part of the program. So what you see here is really the wealth of the program. This is available in Hebrew and in English. Some of the posters are available in English, but watch this. Watch how elaborate this is. And Ram will take us for a ride in this portion of the program. And each and every poster like this, well, not all of them, but many of them have the poster, and you can see and you can read, and it's really very impressive scientific approaches that were presented during this Corona year. So that's very impressive. And in addition, some of them have video clips that show the actual conduct. And so this is really very exciting. So it's like the front-end presentation that we have in the site. So this is in essence the website. Of course, this doesn't substitute for you walking around and watching, but you see water consumptions, and this is across the country, and you see activities about water quality, water supply systems, water saving, an application built to examine satisfaction with water taste and water quality, a robot for ecology to protect the sea from plastic, and so forth. So very elaborate program, and you can see all the posters here, including the posters. This is from Jerusalem, which will be presented by Batul and her students shortly, and including posters from the world. So this is all controlled from here. So when we go to the world, you have now posters from Romania, posters from Albania, posters from Poland, posters from Kosovo, posters from the United States. This is really emerging as a major program. And all of those groups worked together with Israeli groups in collaboration. So this was really very exciting for them. Okay, let's see what do we do next on our schedule. Bear with me for 1 minute. We will stop sharing and see where we're heading next. Okay, so I will now go to a brief review of a long recording that we had from the event itself. The event had a general assembly, which you will find a few interesting things in it. So I will just give you a taste. You can, of course, see it completely by yourself. And then we will go into a sample of some of the work that was done by the students. So bear with me for a minute. Okay, so here we are. I will share the screen again. Okay, so I will narrate it because there is sound here, but I will just go briefly over it. So, knowledge unit, a new learning piece that deals with the corona. Everything having to do with. So this is a piece that we did on the corona, and we had about 370 people that you see, only a few of them here, but we'll get to see more of them. But this is one unit that we developed, which turned out to be a big success, including the mathematics and the biology and what have you of the program. The next thing that we did new was the virtual tours that we had to develop because there was no access to the facilities and children could not come into the into buses to actually travel. So let me show you what we did on this. I will stop this for a minute in order to show you this is a virtual tour that we developed with those special cameras in the desalination facility. So we're going into this facility here, and there's a lot of explanation going on. I will talk instead of it, but the important thing is that the child can look around. You see, I'm moving this with my finger with my mouse. And so you can look up or down, so it is very interactive, so that students feel that they are on site. And now what happens? When we are near, we took pictures from above, and you can see that we can go actually into the water tanks and into the water filters or into the pumping holes. And so you can actually visit the tour and look, I'm turning this around, and this just simulates the virtual tour, which came in to substitute for the actual tours that we ran in there. So you see, this is the big membrane hole. And when you continue, you see how the membranes are made, how they're constructed. And of course, they get a lot of theory about it, and including how it's maintained and how it's disassembled. And you see, we were just there when they were disassembling a membrane. So this is very rare for the students to get to see this. And of course, the most important thing is the energy. And energy is a major component of desalination. So this is a huge assembly here aiming at reclaiming wasted energy. And so this was really a new technique. And then we went ahead to visit other facilities as well. So this became a very meaningful tool. So this was these tours, and we will continue with our visit. And this is all on the website that you will be able to watch by yourself. And you can see some of the work students did in some of the in Kfar Saba, which they did in spite of the corona. So what you see here is that although we were working in Zoom, we did do some experiments at home, so we kept the students alive. Now, this is very interesting. This is Barry Rassi in the PRI talking to us about, following his visit to schools in Jerusalem, about the fact that we treat peace building, water, and education. And so he said, pure and simple, this is Rotary. And he said, we must examine how to take these wonderful things you do here to the world. And then, of course, this is what we did, and we looked for a reason to do it. And we said, okay, to do this, we really need to promote the awareness of the challenge so that the kids have active role. And so we did, and we devised this program and connected with those schools around the world. But what was nice was that having done that, we came up with this plan, which had 7 steps that we taught teachers around the world, identified local focal areas so that it will be relevant for their school, study some science background and the water challenges, and let them develop some STEM projects so it will be relevant. Then from there, we took the twinning action between schools so that the schools from around the world will enter the stage with some products of their own so they don't come empty-handed, which they liked very much, and the twinning was a big success. And then we expect everybody to share and to expand it. And as a result, what has happened was that we went back to Barry Racine and told him that we did what he asked for. So this is what he sent us.
Well, hello. I am so proud to be able to be here and congratulate you on your graduation. What you accomplished in the last year is excellent. I congratulate you for Rotary Hands Across Water Twinning Schools program. You're helping the environment, you're making a difference to our world. And imagine 50 schools from around the world involved and 1,000 students collaborating in this area. Over 60 supporting organizations. This is collaboration and partnership at its best.
Okay, we will stop here, but you can see that this was really very meaningful for us because he was there in the beginning and we actually realized something that he thought would be advisable. And so we did that. Now, this is how we interact with utilities. This just happened 2 weeks ago. This is with a Haifa utility, but this is interesting. This is with an organization of the water utilities in Albania that elected to join hands with us, with the Ministry of Education there. And so this is very important. A treatment of the sea became a Rotary Yachting Federation goal. So we started to develop plastic protection of the sea. And this is something very dear to us. It's a project on organic agriculture, hydroponics in this particular case, but the school in Beersheba that practice it, and the school in Warsaw that practice it, or rather in Lodz, are very special schools with very special students with special needs. And so we supported them, the Beersheba school supports them, and the Lodz school supports the other group, and then we connected them, and they're excited about working together on the subject. So these are the kind of activities that take place in the twinning, and you can see that it causes a lot of excitement. A lot of Rotary clubs support the program and the global grant. And you see that the length of time it takes to between grants is almost 1.5 years or 2 years. So to get a grant where you have almost 40 clubs involved is very lengthy. So this is what this presentation shows you. And you can go ahead and see pieces from Romania, greetings from Poland, and so forth. And so we will stop here and we'll turn over to Ram, who will take us to a short tour on some of the students' presentation. And then Batul will also have her students do some short presentation of their impression of the program. Thank you so much. Ram, back to you.
Yes. Oh, hello, everybody. Let me just share my screen. Do you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Okay. So as Amnon presented, we had during the graduation event, we had quite a few. Well, actually, we had almost 50 schools participating, more than 15 schools, around 15 schools from abroad. Wonderful collaboration between schools, and one of the products that we had, the results, was this amazing gallery of projects that we have here. And I would like to share with you just a couple as an example for what we had. I'm not sure I show maybe a quick 1-minute video. Do we have time for that?
I don't think so, but I think maybe 1 or 2 samples. You don't have to go through the whole thing, but just try it out.
Okay, no problem.
Open up the website. Your browser is not big. Open up the browser to full screen.
No problem. So let's start with one of the schools in Haifa, Ironi Gimel, who had a work. Their project was with regarding to paperless classroom and how
open up the browser, it will be bigger.
Yes, just a second. Do you see it? Oh, now it's in Hebrew. Just a second.
Never mind. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
I'm sorry.
The presentations the posters are really very professional, and we really went through it with the students to really go into the details and into the technology and the science aspect of it, and also in terms of the reporting and the way they presented it. And so they were talking about paperless classrooms, so we sort of broadened the area, so not just water, but to look at the environment as a whole and conserve energy and like recycling paper, which is done nicely in Israel, as opposed to recycling plastic, which has a lot to develop. Go ahead.
Yes, another interesting project was done by a school in Ramle, city in the center. The interesting thing about this project, let me just put it here.
This is a Christian, Orthodox Christian school that joined the program this year, and they were looking at energy in plants. The energy involved in raising water in plants, and this is a really very broad array combining energy and plant in a different, very unique approach. And these are students that came on board almost a month ago because of the corona. But not only did they do this nicely, but they also collaborated in the twinning program, which was very good. Okay, go ahead, Mark.
Another thing that they did was collaborating with another Jewish school. So we had a very interesting collaboration here between both Jewish and Arab Christian school. So that's another aspect that we really promote in the program. A third project that we had was actually from Tuba that we wanted to show you, but we have the students from Tuba here. So maybe Amnon, they will present themselves and the project themselves. Do you want me to show
the project or themselves?
Amnon, do you hear me?
No, Batul, you can show the project, and you can. Why don't you just show the project that the students did, and then let them talk and tell us about the project. We have the Tuba Girls project down here, so you can show it and then talk about. Or do you want Ram to display it? Ram, maybe you.
No problem. I'll display it now. I'll put it on the screen.
Say a few words about it.
Just a second. Tuba.
There you go.
Did you see it?
All right. Batul, you can talk about the project in general, about what they did in Tuba in general, and then we will ask the students how, and Lina, their teacher, how was the experience?
Okay. Nice to meet you all. Tuba School is one of the best schools in East Jerusalem. They worked with us from 4 years ago. It is an excellent school. This year, they worked on a project about coronavirus and its effect on wastewater. They make a presentation in many of places at the village. So maybe Lina will talk about this, what they did. Lina, if you are here.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. We are team of Tuba Girls School. It was success for us, for our school to be here with Rotary Hands Across Water. This year we decided to write or to search about coronavirus and effect on wastewater. We continue our research in last year about leakage of wastewater on soil, agricultural soil, and wells that the people, our population here in our country, storage their water to drink, and to the agriculture.
To meet the utility. Thank you, Lina. This is very unique. You know, what is special in this program is that the connection between the community and the school, students and parents, with the water utility, Hagichon of Jerusalem, was very vital to the water utility. They wanted this connection because they were putting in a new wastewater system, a new sewage system. And there was a lot of resistance as to where the pipes go and so forth. And so the communication was important because this was meant for the benefit of the residents. And it will improve hygiene and the general sanitary condition. But this needed to be mediated and explained to the. So what you see here in the picture is chief engineer of the program talking to the school students and parents together. And this is the second time around they do it. They had another round like this 2 years earlier, having to do with water quality, with drinking water quality. So the connection that we established in Jerusalem between the biggest water utility in the country, because Jerusalem is the biggest city in Israel, and with a part of Jerusalem, the Tuba village, which required a new system, that interface was very important. So we served a purpose there, not just of education, but of really educating the community and collaborating with the utility. So it is education in a large sense. And so Tuba is an excellent school. And I think, Batul, you want to maybe let these young students tell us how they felt about this experience. And
before I give it to the students, I want to say also in Tuba school, the first school to visit the wastewater treatment plant near Tuba, and they to learn about the techniques they use there, and they are so happy to visit this, to be the first school from East Jerusalem to visit this treatment plant there. So Malak maybe told us about her participation this year. Malak.
Hey, I'm Malak from Tuba School from East Jerusalem. It was a nice experience. I learned a lot about water quality and wastewater. We visit the wastewater treatment plant, and it was really interesting to be with a twin school from Albania.
Very nice. Malak, thank you very much. Tell me, did you enjoy it?
Yes, I enjoyed it so much. It was really interesting to be like this really new experience to me.
Excellent. What did you tell your parents about the project?
I told him about the idea of project, and they was so happy to hear this and to see me like work and like this project, this special project.
Excellent. And how was the interaction with the international students with the twinning program?
What?
How was the interaction
program
with the students from overseas, the students from abroad?
There it was so helpful and helped me with any question I asked him, and it was really like good days when I work in it, and I never feel tired because I feel like so interesting to do this every moment.
Excellent, Malak. Thank you very much for sharing this experience with us. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Okay, excellent. As I told you, Batul, we only need to let the students talk and they know what to say. What can Khaled tell us? Khaled Abutir, tell us something about the project. What do you think?
Khaled?
Yes?
Hi, I'm Khaled Abutir. We are from Tuba School in 9th grade from East Jerusalem. Our research is about coronavirus and wastewater. I learned about coronavirus and its effect on wastewater.
Very nice. Did you enjoy it?
What?
Did you enjoy this?
Yes, of course, yes.
Very good. Very glad.
Thank you.
Excellent. So you see, we work with girls' schools, with boys' schools, and this is your mother there. Say hello. Ask your mother to say hello to us. No, why? She should say hello. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Khaled. This was lovely. Lina, you have
Thank
such wonderful students. Lina has been working with us for almost, I think, what, 7
But
years?
Selena want also to thank you. Please, Selena, say your...
Yes, of course. I'm Celine Mahmoud. I just want to say it was a challenge to me to learn online within the pandemic coronavirus. And it was really very beautiful. And I just want to thank you very much for this. Thanks.
Welcome.
Oh, we thank you. This is a
Khaled
pleasure.
also want to thank you. Khaled.
Who has been a teacher, a coach working with us for who knows how many
You're
years.
welcome.
He's a
Adam.
a very
Adam.
engineer. a very-
Only 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam. For me, it was a big challenge to learn online and to be part of this project. And I'm so excited to the future.
Very good.
Also for me, it's a very big challenge to work on water quality and wastewater treatment projects this year online, but it is very nice. I hope to see you all here in Jerusalem.
Thank you.
Nice
so
to
much.
meet you.
As you can see, working together on an issue that is interest for everybody, for children in Israel, for children around the world. So when we do this, we work together, we collaborate, we get to know each other, to communicate with each other, and this is the best way to build relationships and hopefully to build peace. This is really the best way to do it. And so we are very thankful for everybody joining. Okay, I think we sampled enough of that, and I think we will turn now into some of the recordings. Just go ahead into the recorded breakout room so people will know where it is just for a minute, and then we will let Veer show us the completion of
You want me to share the screen and show the recordings?
So am I sharing the screen or are you sharing?
No, I can do it. I know how to do
Okay,
it.
so just go into the recorded breakout room so people will know what it is and where it is. And so you see, these are in the graduation event.
We have the breakout room recordings
We have
and the
breakout
General Assembly recording.
assembly.
In General Assembly, you see the recording from the General
The
Assembly.
one I showed you, and if you look at this one, yeah, go ahead and click it. Then you can choose, and there are breakout rooms at the bottom, and you can see what school is presenting in which room. So it's like a real conference, and then you go into the breakout room and you have an hour of recording of all the groups presenting. And what is nice about it is that you can see the large audience. If you go over it and scan, you see there are points where you see all the audience on the right side here. You see we had about 375 participants. So at times there were interaction with all of them. And it was really fascinating. And the word is it's really like a youngster scientific presentation. And we go through the process where the students study of how to present it, how to be very brief and very clear. So this is really a very, very nice package of the whole thing, which is now available for people to see and for the WhatsApp to share and return around the world. And I think with this, we will move over to Dvir, who will show us the end part of the event, which was really very nice because we had a quiz, international quiz competition. So Dvir, are you with us? Can you take us to the last part? Dvir, we don't hear you. We don't know whether
You hear me now?
Are you with us, Dvir?
Yes. How are you, everybody?
Hello, Dvir. Hello. We're waiting for you. Join us.
Hi. How are you? We have a little visitor as well.
Yeah, Dvir is the magician. You know, he works all the technology and he works all the wonder with his family, and he does everything together, and we're so proud of him. Dvir, take us to the final phase of the competition, and let's see what's happening.
So one of the main
Daughter will
things.
call me. By now she knows my name, and so I'm a good friend of Dvir's daughter.
Absolutely. So one of the main things we try to say every year, that as part of finalizing and understanding what the children did, they learn a lot more, not a lot more, but just as much as when they did the project itself. So the final steps of finalizing, solidifying, and understanding more what we did is a tradition of ours. And we like to use this tradition and our edu-gaming experience in online entertainment, and usually finalize all our graduation events with a Kahoot. As you can see, as part of our international competition, children was asked.
So the idea is that everyone logs into a website and they can all answer the question. And so there's a 4 alternative question that's asked, and they have a few seconds to respond. And they compete with all of those wizard names. And then, you know, you can see the children from around the world competing. This was really very, very exciting.
And I'd like to show you the actual winner. And as you can see how challenging it is, this is our... At the second place. 8.
So you see who the winner is, and the questions, of course, were all related to water. Where was the first toilet installed in the world, and what is the biggest water challenge in Romania, and so forth. So a bit from everywhere in the world. And then we concluded with our plan for next year, which is really what we want to conclude with now here as well. So our plan now is to do the following. We will issue, of course, graduation certificates for all the participating classes. And then we will build a new website in addition to what we have here that will allow school to register and join in, so we know who the teachers are and what they study and what they focus, and it will all be on the website itself. And we also have a new website for our knowledge base and for our courses. We have 250 chapters and education materials, so this needs to be upgraded as well. And when we do that, then we will design the next step of how do we do the twinning worldwide, where now we will have hopefully much more schools. We had 15 schools from around the world this year. We may have, 50 or 100 schools from around the world, and most schools. It turns out it brings excitement to Israelis and to students around the world. In fact, this year we were supposed to have schools from India as well, but due to the corona, they could not participate, but they will next year. So it's going to be much bigger. So we will gear towards that and expand down on it. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining. And this is an opportunity to answer any questions. And mostly I will relate to Simona. Simona, please open up your mic and tell us what you think.
So yeah, I was just writing that unfortunately I have to leave, but I'm glad that I have the occasion to say a few words. I'm very impressed, and I congratulate you for the work that you have done. And of course, it will be my duty and my interest to surf into the website and to go through the graduation as well of last week. So thank you very much for helping me to understand how to navigate. And yeah, I think it's an amazing resource and a very good source also for students. And I'm glad that you can carry on the program, even if there is this pandemic area. But I mean, the success of the program is the fact that you can carry it on. And so really, as usual, I'm impressed and grateful that I can continue to follow the program. And thank you everyone for explaining and for the work you are doing. It's very
Thank you very much, Simona. Your words are always so inspiring, and so we're so glad to have you. Avner, you want to conclude? I don't see Nathan here, but you want to conclude? And
yes, again and again, I think that we fulfilled an idea that is good for the world, for the children, for the necessities. And it was excellent in this pandemic time that we could take the instrument and to use it in this situation. We see the results as ambassador of Rotary of the committee of the International Water Committee of Water of Rotary. I can tell you that I took as a purpose some countries to give them the assistance and to advance them in this idea. and it was in Romania, it was in Poland, and it was in Hungary. Now we are working also in Hungary, but the size, it's unbelievable. The Poland, let's say, governor, he wanted to take it to all Poland. And if you see it as a mission, it's something that can grow and grow and to be one of the biggest program in Rotary International. So I
thank you.
Wish you
Thank
all
you
the
very
best.
much. Thank you very much, and Chag Sameach. And Nathan, how about
Yes.
some concluding words?
Yes, thank you for the opportunity again. As we see, the program has to do with the solution for challenges, has to do with water. However, this year we met other challenges with the COVID-19, but this caused also improvisation and solution. But at the end of the day, I am proud to see the achievement since we took ahead the opportunity and took the Zoom platform in order to make the collaboration around the globe, around the world, more easier and comfortable and feasible for all of us. So this is very welcome, and to know to adjust ourselves to a new situation, this is one of the spirit we learned from the program. Although in one hand it's we are focusing on water, on the other hand we are focusing on pandemic, but all of that has to do with the universal challenges and solutions. So I appreciate very much the efforts done by Hi-טיץ and the team, which are very dedicated and professional young team. Without this team, I would say we could not achieve our goals, and thank you for that. Other than that, I would like also to thank the students, the teachers. Without the leaders, teachers, we couldn't achieve this success program. And altogether has to do also with the supportive of people which are all around, mostly in Israel, but we have also friends around the world. You mentioned before, especially US and Canada, but we have also in Poland, in Romania, in India, in Albania, Kosovo, even Lithuania. So we are very proud with this collaboration, and this shows the strengths and the relevance of the program and what we are bringing all together, which is peace, spirit of knowledge, use the education and science for teaching, and have the students opportunity for experience, not only to learn from books. This is a great achievement, and thank you all for the efforts and for the success and the achievements. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Batul, and thank you, Lina, and Avner, and Simona for joining, and all of our team, and of course, especially the children. Good luck and enjoy the vacation.
But a big thank you. It's for you, Amnon, and for your team, and you are doing an excellent work.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.